Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats. Staying up late, it's Kate Garraway. Live from Glasgow, Frankie Boyle. And their captain, Dave Spikey. And facing them tonight, he's a celebrity, Reeves. The lovable Alan Carr. And their captain, Sean Locke. Now, make some noise for your host, Jimmy Carr.
Welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. This is interesting. The Bible is the world's most shoplifted book. To be fair, how are you meant to know you shouldn't steal it before you've read it? 14% of bosses think it's acceptable for potential employees to lie on their CVs. If Channel 4 bosses are watching this, I haven't got a GCSE in French. Suckers. And the average marriage lasts 11 years. I imagine there are a few people at home right now thinking, yes, I'm marrying too. Let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panellist job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. I'll give you the number 1 story. It's the London bombing arrests. But what else have people been talking about? Sean, your team to go first.
It's anything to do with the opening of the Easy Hotel. The EasyJet guy, he's gone into hotels now.
Who's it? Stelios?
Stelios, and he's opening an EasyJet hotel. It's only 20 quid a night to stay in London, but the rooms are bright orange. I don't...
In fact, they are oranges.
Yeah.
You have to burrow into them.
No, actually, they're not.
Aren't they? Well, I'm not staying then.
He's gone into hotels and he's spreading his empire. He's bringing the Easy brand to loads of different things. And I'm looking forward to the Easy Zoo. I think about very sort of low-rent crap, where everything's orange. There's about 200 foxes and a pigeon that lives off Wotsits.
I can tell you that the opening of the Easy Hotel is not in the top 5.
Knew it!
Dave, your team, what have the nation been talking about this week?
I think they've been talking about the space shuttle with bits falling off it. I think it's 25 years old. What are they doing sending that up there? I've got a 15-year-old caravanette. I wouldn't got Grange over Sands in it. You know what I mean?
It must have been quite worrying when George Bush comes up on the screen to talk to them. See, on re-entry, guys, could you possibly aim the craft at Iran?
The thing is, have you seen the crew? Eileen, she's called. She's commandant. She's Eileen Collins. She's a mobile hairdresser as well, obviously. Have you seen her hair, that Eileen? It's just like done... She thought, well, I've got to put that helmet on, so she's done her hair like that. It's just like that.
Do you think she decided to be an astronaut when she was at the hairdressers in one of those things? This is the look for me.
They're saying they've repaired the shuttle now, but, like, if you were on a plane and you just watched the pilot shin his way out along the wing with a hacksaw, and then he'd come in and go, oh, it's fine now, you'd be shitting yourself.
Well, let's have a look and see if it's in the top 5 talking points this week. Yes, it is. Yes, this is the story of the repairs being carried out on the space shuttle this week. Discovery will soon be returning to home base. Or if they're closed, they'll be nipping into B&Q. If all the people in China stood on each other's shoulders, they could reach the moon, which is not only an interesting fact, it's also the latest rescue plan. Sean, Vic and Alan, what else have the nation been talking about?
Is it Big Brother with Kinga coming down on a bottle? She did come down. I felt sorry for the bottle. I really did.
She'll not get much back on that at Threshers, will she?
She should have done us all a favour and stuck Eugene up, shouldn't she? What are you doing,
Is there any chance that she was just part of a recycling project? She's got, like, a paper compactor as well.
To be fair to her, Frankie, she was drunk. She'd had the best part of a bottle of wine inside her.
Honestly, the freaks in there, it's like being locked on a night bus.
I saw it. I mean, it was an extraordinary incident, though, wasn't it?
They're always trying to outdo each other, and I just imagine when she stuck the bottle up, Makosi coming out with a fire hydrant going, let the games begin.
Let's have a look and see if Kinga's behaviour on Big Brother was one of the top 5 most talked about things. Yes, it was. Everyone's been talking about Big Brother this week, specifically Kinga pleasuring herself with a wine bottle. It was a Merlot. Anthony had a Semillon. I think it was just a misunderstanding. The bottle did say screw top. Over to you, Dave, to raise the tone. What else have the nation been talking about?
What do you think, team?
Oh, thongs, I think. But then maybe you haven't because you're all boys.
Well, the demise of the thong.
The demise of the thong, yeah. Apparently we're not buying them anymore as girls. If you're a girl with a big bottom, it makes your bottom look smaller.
It doesn't make your bottom look smaller, it makes your bottom look naked with a rope up it.
I can tell you, thongs were not in the top 5. It was the story that sales of the thongs have fallen and they've gone out of fashion. For all the good they do you, you may as well stick them up your arse. Fingers on buzzers. Most talked about things this week.
Is it the Irish woman who's won 79 million on the lottery?
Dolores.
And now the world's kidnappers are having their own lottery to decide who gets to take her hostage first. If I was a kidnapper, I would actually be cutting out the letters from the ransom note from that story as I was reading it. Oh, we could use the L from lottery in kill. There we go.
That's a cheery take on the story.
And she's got the good fortune to live in Ireland where there's a lot of out-of-work terrorists looking for a pension plan.
Apparently they said to her, they said, well, you know, we can't pay it all at once. You can have some now, and then some in 6 months, and then some in a year. And she went, oh, if you're going to piss about, give us my £1 back.
Let's have a look and see if the Irish lottery win is in our top 5 most talked about stories. Yes, it is. Fingers on buzzers, what else is in the top 5?
A nice galleon.
Is there any more to that story?
Nope, that's it.
I'll have a check for you, Vic.
Story about the really nice galleon.
Did you hear that one?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
No, the nice galleon didn't make it, but you know, thanks for playing along.
Pleasure.
Come on, one more thing to get. Fingers on buzzers.
Is it Tony Blair saying he's going to leave politics?
I asked him why he was giving up. He said, because the country is on its arse.
He's just bought a ghost train at a fun fair in Bridlington. He's going to run that instead. I heard.
Let's have a look and see if those rumours about Tony Blair quitting are in the top 5. Yes! There are rumours this week that Tony Blair is to stand down at the next election. He is set to make a fortune on the lecture circuit. Fair enough, he's got mouths to feed, one of which is enormous. Well, I can tell you at the end of that round that Sean, Vic and Alan have 2 points and Dave, Frankie and Kate have 2 points. The next round is called the Poll with a Hole. We've looked through hundreds of surveys, past and present, from around the world and unearthed some fascinating facts. Unfortunately, each statistic is missing one salient piece of information, so it's up to our panellists to fill in the gaps. Dave's team, you're first. 62% of pupils believe that teachers what?
Shouldn't really be in the showers with them.
Is it that teachers is their preferred brand of whiskey?
He's from Glasgow.
Is it 62% of pupils believe that teachers are really good at teaching the maths and 80% think they're not great?
Is it 62% of pupils believe that teachers are mad as a buzz? Because I think we all had a mad teacher. We had an absolutely mental, mad teacher. I can't obviously tell you his name, but he was married to a woman called Mrs. Forsyth. He was mad because he used to be in the lesson, if you weren't paying attention, he'd say, right, I'm going to go and stand outside and I'm not coming back in until you behave. And we used to just go mad and he'd keep opening the door now and again going, I'm still here.
We used to have a teacher, he'd literally come in with a chainsaw and he'd take the heads of the
I'll give you a clue to this. It's how the teachers feel about their pupils.
They like to think they like them, don't they?
That is the right answer.
Oh.
Yeah, 62% of pupils believe that teachers like them. That or they can't spell lick. Dave's team, 30% of Scottish women have what?
Been banned from Weatherspoons? Is it have appeared as extras in Bad Girls?
Is it I've breastfed in public? Only I went to school. A mate of mine, they come from Scotland. His mum was Scottish, obviously, more Haggis, something like that, I don't know. And she was still breastfeeding him at school when he was 5 at primary school. She used to come and do it through the railings. It's really funny. But the sad thing was, she was a real gossip, so if she saw somebody she knew at the other end at the playground there, she'd be off and he'd be like,
Did you grow up in a cartoon?
Yeah.
Well, you were closest with the Weatherspoons guess. It's a type of crime.
Drunk and disorderly.
No.
Shoplifted alcohol.
Correct.
Really? There you go.
Yes, 30% of Scottish women have stolen alcohol. Sean's team, 16% of medical students have been what by nurses?
Injected by their ovipositors.
Yes, that's it. Moving on.
By the what? What was that?
Ovipositors.
Oh, right.
You know, the stem that injects the eggs into the host.
Yeah. And do you get the people doing that to lots of it going, yeah. Yeah, mate.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, the galleon, yeah, brilliant.
It's something that you would normally associate with happening at school.
Teased.
Bullied.
Correct. Dave's team, your next one. The average British man spends £13 a year on what?
Treating his wife. Go on, you have that yourself. Go on, you go and spend that. No, I don't want anything back. Off you go.
Is it throwing coins at referees?
You have a go, Vic. Have a go.
Oh, push bike.
That's a brilliant answer. Well done.
Thank you.
Have another go.
Walnuts, I suppose.
Very good answer as well.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, is that right? Is it walnuts and push bike?
Your whole body posture there suggests I've got the right answer. You can trust me. No, I'm serious on this one. Yeah.
No,
Is it push bikes?
I can't take all the credit for this. It was Sean.
I'm kind of his manager, really. Trainer, manager.
Yeah.
I encourage.
Carer.
Yeah.
No, there's... Right, listen. There are... How many months in a year? 13. How much for your... How much for your lodgings? A month? £1. £13. Rent is the answer.
It's just the smug look after the wrong answer.
Is it coconuts? Because I probably buy 5 or 6 coconuts a year. So
You get them cheap.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
You know the coconut shop?
Oh, yeah.
By the station?
Yeah.
Kate Garraway, did you have one final guess from Kate Garraway?
Socks or underwear? They don't ever
That's the
buy
correct
them, do
answer.
they? Really?
Yes, the average British man spends £13 a year on underwear. I was in Marks and Spencer's the other day. I splashed out some lacy knickers. Had to pay for them. So, at the end of that round, I can tell you that Alan, Vic and Sean have 2 points. Kate, Frankie and Dave have 7 points. Time for What's the Poll? I'm going to show you 5 people who were all popular answers on the same poll. All our panellists have to do is tell me, what's the poll? Here is your first one.
And the relationship between Mary and this dog is sensational to watch. Oh, this is delightful. And it's almost telepathic. She's using mostly just little signals, not commands. Oh, stunning. Wonderful. What a performance.
What poll do you think dogs might have appeared on?
Is this dogs with specs or just dogs in general?
A friend of mine had a dog, and this is true, it's got a lisp, this dog. And when it barks, it goes like this, it goes, "Rouse!" And then it developed a stammer, and it goes, "Rouse!"
The dogs are a man's best friend, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, is it something to do with a poll of best friends who have at one time or another shit in your kitchen?
No. OK, let's have a look at the next person on the poll. athlete John Drummond there getting upset to illustrate the Olympics. What poll do you think might have featured the Olympics and dogs?
Is it things that postmen hate? Because postmen hate dogs and they hate the Olympics.
Why?
Well, the Olympic Village, they go there and it's just, you know, Saeed Asu Wara Wara, and they've just got to go and find him, haven't they? You ever seen a postman in Olympic Village? Just...
Dogs are going to be allowed into the Olympics. Swimming.
I'd like to see a 24-hour Vic Reeves news channel.
You're in luck.
Yeah.
I actually thought I was appearing on Eat Out of Tin Cans. Well, we would just have to eat out of tin cans and enjoy it for half an hour. That's why I went on this show.
Let's have a look at the next person on the list.
She knows hubby has to work hard, but if only he could be in punctually sometimes. Ah, there he is now. She's heard it plenty of times before, but she actually believes that stuff about being kept at the office.
No, I won't work too hard. I'll be home as soon as possible. Ah, that was the phone. I must go now. Goodbye, darling.
Mobile phones there. Television companies have been accused of profiting from mobile phone voting. If you want to hear the punchline to that joke, text moron to the number on your screen now. What poll do you think mobile phones, the Olympics and dogs might have appeared on?
I know. David Beckham. He did a telephone advert.
Yeah?
Football is going to be in the Olympics, and
Yeah.
Beckham rides a dog when he comes on the pitch.
It was so good, but he sort of fell down on that third one, I felt. OK, let's have a look at the next person.
Milo! A snake! A snake? Where? In the garden. You didn't touch it, did you? No, I didn't. Oh, good. Where is it now? I don't know. I left Doodles with... Doodles? It's probably eaten Doodles!
That was the Tweenies.
The Tweenies are pretty terrifying. Yeah. They look sort of like a normal family that live under a mobile phone mast.
Children like dogs, the Tweenies, the Olympics and mobile phones.
Let's have a look at the next thing on the list.
To be attractive, you just have to know that you are and just be happy with yourself no matter what you look like. And then you'll be attractive because everybody's beautiful.
Paris Hilton there. What poll do you think they all might have appeared on?
I think, is it things that they've got other names for? Like she's got a Paris Hilton, her real name's Reading Travelodge. Olympics, a lot of people just go, Olympics, innit? Can I have the points?
I think Paris Hilton is the big clue here.
So she had sex on the internet, and the Tweenies have had sex on the internet.
Is it things people have been searching for on the internet?
Yeah, Frankie Boyle, that's the correct answer. They all appear on a poll of the most searched words on the internet. So, at the end of that round, it is 8 points for Dave's team and 2 points to Sean's team.
Don't worry, Dave.
And the winner is the name of our final round. I'm going to give the teams a series of opinion polls and surveys. It's up to them to buzz in and tell me who or what they think came top. Here is your first one. The greatest food innovation of the 20th century.
The spork. You know that plastic? They've made a spoon and a fork as one thing. That's clever, that spork.
I think probably the greatest leap forwards is the Muller fruit corner. That's a fantastic thing because you can have your yoghurt first, then your fruit, or you can have your fruit, then your yoghurt, or you can just eat the fruit, not bother with the yoghurt.
He's got a point.
Or you can eat the yoghurt and just chuck the fruit on a cat or something. And it's just so many options with
Do
one...
you write the serving suggestion on the front?
Or a Scotch egg. That's a fantastic invention.
What about the gala pie? It's a similar thing, but square.
Scotch egg, vegetarians can have Scotch egg, can't they? Because they can throw the meat away and they can eat the egg.
Yeah, and the same with the gala pie.
I'd like it to be the pot noodle. I like pot noodles because it's just pop the kettle on, taste it for 5 days afterwards. Love it.
Do you genuinely eat pot noodles?
Yeah, I watch Diagnosis Murder in the afternoon and eat chicken and mushroom pot noodles.
Have you ever thought about maybe having an affair?
Powdered egg.
Powdered egg?
Don't laugh and don't mock it. Don't you ever mock powdered egg.
I mock powdered egg because it's a very sad story. My grandfather, right, he had powdered egg during the war. He thought it was drugs. He snorted it, right, and he choked on his own omelette.
It's a way of preserving food.
Freezing.
Correct. The greatest food innovation of the 20th century is frozen food.
Yeah!
Rudest people in Europe.
American tourists?
I think the British, we're the rudest people in Europe, because we travel around, we don't learn the language, we don't bother to learn anyone's language, we just put an O on everything. Go, I'll have 3-0, beer-o.
Sorry, I don't speak Spanish. What was that? The Brits are actually number 3 on the list of the rudest people in Europe.
Is it Vikings?
Is it Vikings?
Yes.
They never knock, do they?
No.
Straight in.
Yeah, that's the worst thing about Vikings. They never knock.
Is it Scottish people when they're trying to be friendly? Have a drink, Jimmy, you prick.
I have a suspicion it might be either the Visigoths, the Bohemians, or the Vandals. I'm going to go for the Vandals.
Yeah. They're from that area in Europe, yeah.
Germans.
Correct. Yes, the rudest people in Europe are the Germans. Their butlins is apparently shit. My granddad was telling me about it. He went there in the war. Well, that sound tells me that it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean's team have 5 points, but Dave is the winner with 8 points. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night. Well, thank you for watching 8 out of 10 Cats. If you want to watch another episode, you know, feel free, or pop to Pornhub for some different kind of fun. Good luck. You can also go to jimmycarr.com and buy tickets to see me live. I'd love that. I'd like it if you liked and subscribed. But, don't feel pressured. Do your thing. You be you.